Hi students, I wanted to take a minute before you get started on your new mechanics and usage course to kind of introduce it and show you what you're going to see on the Learning Hub here in a little while. It's not visible yet. It won't be visible until 9 a.m. this morning. You're going to see Mechanics and Usage Course 2.0. This is my kind of reborn version of what we started the year with. And you'll see right away, this is the things that are available to you. It's all grayed out right now because it's not 9 o'clock yet, which is when the assignment actually opens. But right there, what you see is what you get. The only thing that's hidden is a requiz opportunity that you'll have if you score below an 85 on the original quiz. But I'm going to keep that hidden unless you actually do score below an 85 on the original quiz, so it doesn't cause any confusion. So right here, here's the introductory video you were watching, and why don't you take a look at the new lesson format. The lessons are quite a bit shorter, but they look very different as well. One thing you'll notice right away, I've gotten rid of all the videos. That was one thing that I just could not keep up with, and have instead gone to a series of books that I really like using in class. So each lesson is going to focus on a few very specific things, and you'll see right up front what this lesson will focus on. And as you proceed through the lesson, you'll get a series of pages out of books, various workbooks, textbooks, those sort of things. Start by taking notes on just what you see that you can take notes on. Here, the very first page of our nouns, pronouns, and verbs lesson. There's some information about nouns. A lot of this you already know from having completed the first lesson out of the previous mechanics and usage course, but that's the sort of stuff you'd want to jot down in your notebooks. Now, the rest of the lesson, or a continuation, whatever comes after this page, is going to be you completing the actual exercises that are printed on this sheet. But you'll notice right away, if you click Proceed, and it loads, there we go, the sheet is not reprinted anywhere on here. So that you can have the sheet in front of you, you always want to click this little box up here. Where is it? There we go. This little icon right here, open a new window, and this is just a Google Doc that I've shared with the world. If you click that button, it'll open that Google Doc. And here's something that you can now work from on that other assignment. So you can go ahead and proceed. And you'll see this is, there we go. I had to fix something so that it actually told you which exercise. But clicking into this exercise, you'll see it's practice A, identifying nouns. And if you go to the PDF that you opened up here, you'll see practice A, identifying nouns. You're just going to follow the directions straight off the sheet. If I want you to do anything different, I've actually edited the PDF. Really simple here. You can just kind of do some copying and pasting. I know that's been a theme this year. There we go. You can copy and paste the whole exercise, or you can do just one at a time. I'm going to copy and paste the whole exercise. Then the instructions. Read each sentence and underline all the nouns, and so forth. Okay. When you finish and hit submit, this is an essay document, is what it's called in the lesson. You're going to see a lot of funky HTML coding. Don't worry about that. It's going to look like whatever you were looking at when you hit submit. So don't worry if it's just encoding it for the Learning Hub's sake. And if you hit continue, it'll take you on to a page where you can actually check your answers that you just did. Okay. I can't stress enough that the grade that you receive on the lesson is not important. The only thing I take a grade on, are going to be the quizzes. The lesson is just to prepare you for the quiz. Okay. So with that, this should be a much more streamlined version of the mechanics and usage course. I'll even show you what this first course entails. You can see my edit screen here. This is just a quick overview of every page that you're going to see. There's a short lesson on nouns with a couple of quick exercises. Short lesson on pronouns with a couple of quick exercises. Notice how I've redacted all the even numbers because I want you just to do the odds. Another short lesson on action verbs and linking verbs. Lesson on transitive and intransitive verbs. And then verbs with auxiliaries, and that's the end of the lesson. That's it right there. The very last page will give you a lesson recap. that will give you links to some additional practice. So for those of you who don't feel like you got enough practice, or those of you who, after checking your answers, feel like you didn't get enough right, you can actually do some additional practice at these third-party links that I've got here. For additional practice identifying nouns, I've got a link for that. Cool. It'll take you out to this really cool site with a little self-quiz that you can do to help continue practicing identifying nouns. All right. Once you're done with the lesson and you've gotten to 100% complete, then go ahead and take the quiz. And if you score above an 85, it'll let you move on to the next lesson. If you don't score above an 85, you'll be asked to take a second quiz before it'll let you move on to the next lesson. So that's it. That is the new streamlined mechanics and usage course. This legitimately should take you under an hour a week to complete. It took me less than an hour to actually put all the answer keys together and to put the documents in here, and that's a lot more work than you guys actually have to do, since you're copying and pasting and not having to troubleshoot. So hopefully this will be a better use of your time. And again, keep sending me emails with any questions, those sorts of things. I'm happy to help you out. So here we go, mechanics and usage starting back up. This first lesson, lesson 1-1, nouns, pronouns, and verbs, that will be due next Monday at 9 a.m. The quiz will be due then.